I will say what is relatable is parents. Every time you go home and see the parents are like, take this stuff.
Take
I don't want your
random
stuff.
shit home
Grab
with
this
you.
stuff. God forbid I have this stuff here. And it's like, what's the stuff doing there
Just
for you?
throw it away then.
Throw it away. Put it in a closet.
Welcome to When Harry Dumps Sally. I'm Tess Menzies.
I'm Natasha Vinnick.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com. We discuss the main relationship in the rom-com and how long we think the couple is going to stay together after the credits roll.
And if they break up, we talk about who might break up with who and why do they do that
And
to them.
why did they do that?
Why do they do that to them?
Today we watched Round and Round.
Yes.
It is a Hallmark Hanukkah
Hallmark
movie.
Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. I don't know what day of Hanukkah we're on.
I didn't look.
But
it's a good day.
But it's a good day.
Any day of Hanukkah is a good day of
Hanukkah is
Hanukkah.
happening this week.
Yes. It is not easy to find Hanukkah films, but
Not a lot.
easier than finding a Thanksgiving film.
Yes.
Interesting.
Interesting. Hallmark. What's that about?
What's so annoying for any of we watched like a few trailers for Hallmark movies for Hanukkah, and right before Hallmark would do like a Hallmark Christmas.
Yeah.
And then play the Hanukkah trailer, and you're like, okay, Hallmark, we know who you stand here.
Whatever. Round and Round 2023. And our log line is Rachel's stuck in a time loop reliving the night of her parents' Hanukkah party. Can Zach, the nice boy Grandma's trying to set her up with, help her make it to tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess.
So it's a time loop movie, and it was a great time.
I had a great time.
I love this movie.
I love this movie so much. I'm so happy. I was so worried you were going to hate it.
Really? Oh my God, I loved it.
I adored it. Neither of us had seen it before.
Yeah.
I think
Why
we
did you think I was going to hate it?
I just wasn't sure.
Because I hate Hanukkah.
No. I just didn't know. I'm like, I love this. And I'm like, maybe I'm just crazy.
No. This movie is great.
It's so good. I texted Molly. I'm like, we got to watch it.
Yeah, this is a great movie.
Yeah.
It's a time loop movie. I love a time loop movie. I love Groundhog Day.
Yes.
I love Palm Springs.
I love
a Doctor
anything.
Who episode where there's a time loop.
Russian Doll TV
Big
show.
Fan.
We love
Yeah.
Time loop is a good time.
So this movie, excellent. Check it out.
Yeah, the couple is...
We have Rachel and Zach.
Rachel and Zach.
Vic Michaelis as Rachel and Brian Greenberg as Zach.
Yeah. And I think at the end, we're supposed to think it's a year later.
I was trying to figure out if it was a year later, but they were back at that house. I think it was the next day.
You think it was the next day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I had the same exact thought.
But then I was like, she's wearing the outfit that she was wearing earlier. So I think you're right.
Yeah, because they're still in that house, and next year they're doing it at her sister and her wife's house.
I know, I was trying to figure out if the house was the same or not, but you could tell it's the same.
I thought it was, but I could be totally wrong.
I just didn't know that they'd be going to Goldberg's again for the next day to get more
I was
jelly
confused by
stuff.
that as well. I was like, is a Hanukkah a thing where you eat the same food every day, or is there specific food every day?
I mean, I think the foods are pretty similar every day.
Yeah.
I've never celebrated a full 8-day Hanukkah.
Okay.
Because I'm not good at being Jewish.
You know what?
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. What days do you tend to celebrate?
I like to do the odd numbers, but only an odd number of years, as is tradition.
Yes, as is the Hanukkah tradition. We have a real Hanukkah expert here.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a resident Hanukkah expert. So I don't know, but I will say she was wearing the same outfit she was wearing the art show day, which is day 8.
Yes.
So I was like, surely if it was a year later, they'd put her in a different outfit.
That's why I think it's day 8.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have the same,
Then they've been together 9 days.
Well, from her perspective.
And his by the end.
Oh, right. Right. All right. Time loop, and they meet each other, and in the end, she gets out of the time loop, and they're together. Classic time loop.
Classic time loop. And he gets to know all of the past, too.
Yes,
So
not classic time loop.
Not classic time loop.
always.
And so then they both experience the 7 repeated days. So maybe 8 days they're together.
Yeah.
And we want to say how long we think they'll be together?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, forever! Yeah! We love love and Hanukkah!
More love, more Hanukkah.
I mean, basically, this movie, the way that it concludes is that this is magic.
Yes.
And it makes you find this dreidel that we eventually find that she spins makes you find your soulmate. So who are we to fight with magic?
No,
They are
can't.
soulmates.
Yes.
And they're going to be together forever. And it's beautiful, honestly.
So good. It's a little bit unclear if it has you finding your soulmate. I think it activates when your soulmate is around.
The soulmate in the presence of your soulmate.
On the 7th night of Hanukkah.
This
If
movie
it was
was
me,
so good.
I'd be going into rooms, random strangers' rooms all the time, trying to spin and go, is my soulmate here?
Yeah.
Is he here? It's
and then
crazy.
once you're in the loop, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't have high expectations for a Hallmark movie, and wow, it exceeded them.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to it because I love the actress, Vic Michaels. I haven't even watched her. Like, I watched her in a lot of TikTok stuff she does with Dropout, their whole like improv group.
Oh, yes, she does the interview one with the random
She does, with the random creature every time, and she's so good at it.
Yes.
And it's so fun to watch. And this is very much like that same character that she's good at.
Yeah.
And so I was really excited to see her in this, and did not disappoint.
Man, great movie.
Yes. All right.
Add it to your holiday rotation.
Seriously. I'm a convert.
I'm obsessed with this movie.
I love a movie. I've never loved a movie.
This is our new favorite movie.
Wow. I think we should watch it every year.
Yep, this is the only Hanukkah movie. Except when that deli rivalry movie eventually comes out. I'm pretty stoked for that.
Hanukkah on Rye. Man.
My favorite thing also about, and this is the only Hanukkah rom-com I've ever seen, but I'm just going to guess that most of them are like this. I feel like they love to like drop little like Hanukkah references throughout just to be like, and by the way,
It's Hanukkah.
it's Hanukkah.
And if you didn't know, we're Jewish.
Yeah.
We're going to shvet. We're going to have a schlep. We're going to do all of the like little Yiddishisms. Yes. All right.
All right. We start off and we've got her parents' love story, which started on the 7th day of Hanukkah at a Jewish singles mixer in the 80s.
1986.
And she says, we've got Rachel's voiceover, and she's like, she had a thing for guys with glasses and strong math skills. And for some reason, that feels like your type.
I know. I was going to say that yeah. The heart wants what the heart wants, you know?
And she's a DJ. You're a comedian.
It's a love story.
It's a love
that
story.
I understand. She's a DJ. He was a boy. She was a DJ.
Yeah. He brings her latkes to the DJ booth, which is weird.
It's crazy, but it works.
Yeah. And then they go to Goldberg's Bakery that night, which we find out about. Although I was confused by that because I feel like when she's picking up donuts, they're like, they close at 2:00. You got to get them now. But then like the parents when they're anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
Times have changed.
Maybe they close and then they reopen later.
Yes,
but even then,
for
why can't
love.
you get it later for love?
Yeah.
For love. And maybe it's different in the 80s,
Yeah.
you know? But that's the economist and the DJ. That's what she calls her parents.
And then every day on the 7th day of Hanukkah, they every year on the 7th day, they go to Goldberg's for jelly donuts, and they have like a party to commemorate. But I assume they're having parties every night of Hanukkah.
I don't think it's always. I don't know. It feels like it's a big deal that it's
But
the
this one is a
anniversary
big
of the
deal because
meeting.
it's also that.
Yeah, exactly. And later they tell us that it's also the day that Brex and what's her name got engaged or something like that.
Shoshana.
Because everyone's using the fucking dreidel
Yes,
spinner.
we eventually find out that
fun.
this magical dreidel has existed in the family forever. But I was surprised in the end when Rachel's like, wait, Shoshana spun it as well? I was like, you didn't know that she met her wife on the 7th day? I feel like this is like, but maybe once people spin the dreidel, they're like, it's our family secret. You're like in on the secret.
Yeah, you're in
now.
on the secret. No one knows. It's your rite of passage.
Yeah.
So we see Rachel waking up 10 a.m. She's waking up from her call from her mom. Mom says happy 7th night. She fell asleep editing papers. And the first warning, Goldberg, cash only, closes at 2. Get those donuts or else.
Yes. So she's at the bakery. There's some old lady being like, nosy and asking her questions and stuff. And she's like, "Ooh, going to a Hanukkah party? Like, bring in a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I'm cool with either
the boyfriend?
way."
Where is the boyfriend?
And then she's like, "Oh, my boyfriend's a professor at Columbia.
And he's coming for sure."
Yeah, he's coming for sure." But then she gets a phone call, and boyfriend Adam, he's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I caught an airport cold in San Diego and I don't want to pass the virus."
Yep. And we see like kind of a guy doing a Hanukkah song in the background.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't want to get people sick." I wrote fair if true.
Yeah. Doesn't seem that sick.
No.
I do love that people start to immediately question he caught an airport cold. I feel like you would say like a travel bug. I feel like a travel bug is things that people say.
I feel like you're like, "I'm sick."
Yeah,
probably
you don't
from the
need
airport.
Yeah,
Airport cold feels like you're trying to dress something up. Yeah. And so the old lady's like, "Well, my neighbor's nephew's free." And I was trying to assess how long these people have been together. My guess it can't be more than a year because this would be his first time there.
And Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. My guess was a few months tops.
Yeah. I'm in for a few months.
Yeah. It didn't seem crazy, like brand new, but it also didn't seem like it had been that
serious.
long.
Yeah.
He hadn't met her parents yet.
No.
So.
And so, yeah, maybe a few months. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
she leaves. She's got her box of donuts, and then she runs into Zach, and the donuts fall everywhere.
They fly everywhere.
And he's trying to pick them up, and he's like, "Oh, it's fine. Put them back in the box. It's just a little trail spice."
And she's like, "Trail spice?" He's like, "You're hiking, you drop something on the ground, and it's got a little trail spice." I'm like, "We're talking dirt.
We're talking city streets.
Oh, yeah, and then on the city street in New York.
Listen, I'm not a fan of it on the trail either, but definitely not. The 5-second rule does not exist on city streets.
City streets are too
No.
yuck. And so he also drops a box that she grabs, but he's gone before she can give it to him.
And then she goes back to her parents. Her dad has a "Love You a Latka" apron.
Which we were told by the internet might be
we for a hot
Hanukkah
minute
movie.
thought this was a Hanukkah movie.
But we looked and there's no movie called
There's
I Love You a
none.
Latka. So there's an opportunity. Hallmark.
Yeah, Hallmark.
If you're listening. Good luck making a better
film,
film,
your
though.
stuff. Big fans.
And she has asked the family beforehand not to start latkes without her, but they did start latkes without her.
Well, I think that she was like, "Oh, but I'm supposed to be the one who like flips the first one," and Dad's like, "No, that's your nephew now. He's the youngest."
He's the youngest, and he can do a fryer now.
Yeah.
And they're all asking about how Adam's not coming and the airport cold.
Yeah, and then the nephew's like, "What's an airport cold?" And her sister-in-law's like, "That's when you're scared to meet your girlfriend's family." That is a made up.
And part of kind of this whole story is she's really upset that her family's home is going to be sold. The parents are going to sell their house.
Which I'm going to be honest, this feels like a really common thing in movies. And for some people, I don't know that I understand it.
I also don't understand it.
I didn't think that either of us. Did your family only have one home, or did you moved?
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom, my family hasn't owned a place since I was like 9 or 10. Well, my dad owns wherever he lives in Miami, but my mom now, she's been renting. So each place is just like a place we're in for however long.
Exactly.
When she moved out of a place that we rented long term most of our child, she also like threw out all of my stuff, so I don't have any attachments to items.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like if you literally only experienced that house as a child, because my family moved around a bit as well. So like I don't have like when my parents eventually left the house that I like went to high school in, I was just kind of like, okay.
Here we go. Another thing. I will say what is relatable is I feel like it's such a thing too that I've seen on TikTok is people's parents, every time you go home and see the parents are like, "Take this stuff.
Take
I don't want your
random
stuff.
shit home
Grab
with
this
you."
stuff. God forbid I have this stuff here. And it's like, what's the stuff doing there
Just
for you?
throw it away then.
Throw it away. Put it in a closet. You have a lot of shit in a closet. Why does my stuff in the closet? Why is it a problem here?
They're trying to clean out so that it's not as bad for you when they die.
It's true. And it will be bad.
I feel like my parents don't do this as much, but my partner's parents do this like crazy. And some of the stuff, sometimes it's not even his stuff. Sometimes it's like random things. And I'm just like, no.
We don't need this, actually.
No.
It's so funny.
No.
Yeah, I don't relate to the whole sadness about leaving the house thing.
But she does.
Big time. And she has a harder time, it seems, than anyone does here.
Yes.
And so she goes to she's in her like childhood room with her sister.
Yeah, her sister's in there.
We find out that
her sister's pregnant.
The mom sends a crazy email
To everyone about Adam. She was like sending everyone all the information about like where he's a professor and how he
what
does
to know about him.
studies on pheromones.
It's crazy.
And she like looks at the email and she's like, why are there so many Minion gifts?
I missed that. That's hilarious. That's so funny. She also, the mom sets up like all these group chats without her, I guess, also.
Just about her and what's going on.
Which is wild.
Which is fun. Family group chats are fun.
Yeah.
My favorite thing with my family is that we have like group chats with like every potential pairing you could have.
Oh, that's good.
We have like the family one, and then we have one, I mean, there's not that many combos, but like I have one that's like me, my dad, and my mom. I have one that's like me, my dad, and my sister. One that's me, my sister, and my mom.
Wow. Are they all active?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
And they all have various topics of conversation that might happen.
That's so funny.
But it's all like kind of random. And I would imagine they have one that I'm not in.
Yeah.
Sad.
Wow. I bet they don't.
No.
I bet
How
they
could
don't.
you?
No.
How could you without me not contributing to it?
It seems impossible to me.
Without me occasionally giving a thumbs up to the things you send.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't have very active family group chats. There's like a me and my mom and my brother that's like kind of rarely used. And then there's one that we have for some of our cousins on my dad's side. It's like maybe used holidays. And then there's one big group one that also like used for like this happened or it's this person's
Just like facts
thing.
and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm missing out on kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. It's lots of just...
It's very
I don't
cute.
really know what.
I like it.
Lots of different things, but I
Yes.
do love various iterations. I feel like it's important, you know. You need to have separate ones.
Oh, for sure. So you can talk shit about the one who's not in there.
That's exactly what happens in them.
It's a law. Yeah. The sister says something about how, I don't know if sister has met Adam, but she says that Adam takes up a lot of space or something. And this is when we start hearing about how our main character, Rachel, used to like light up a room telling stories or something. It's the first time we kind of hear about that for a second.
Yeah.
And then
we also find out that her sister and her wife are going to be hosting next year. And this also upsets Rachel. But I'm like, your parents are moving to a condo. Like, they're going to have more space. They're going to have 2 kids. Like, I think it makes sense. But it's
she
a
seems
thing
to
for
not
her.
handle like any change.
She's not handling change well. She's also mad that no one told her. She's mad she's not in the group chats. And I'm like, girl, maybe why are you not fun in a group chat?
Maybe it's on you.
Why'd you get kicked out of the group chat?
Yeah, it's interesting. She's like very like youngest sister used to baby like sort of vibe.
Yes.
Like, how come I'm not doing the lot cut? And what's going on here? You know.
That's actually a good explanation.
Yeah, she's just used to baby,
Yeah.
and yeah, she seems to not be able to handle anything. We get played the Hanukkah mixtape from the 80s.
Hanukkah mixtape, and then Uncle Harvey shows up with her cousin. I feel like these 2 characters like matter in this iteration of the loop, and then like never come back again.
Really again.
We like never see them again.
No, they don't matter.
They're there. And everybody knows already that Adam's not
That
coming.
Adam's bailed.
And then we also get
Her cousin Cynthia,
cousin
who's British for no reason.
Yes, she lives in London.
She moved to London 3 years ago, has a crazy accent for no reason, and brought the spare new donuts.
Yes,
because
new donuts, very fancy.
Yes.
They're from Dumbo.
They're from Dumbo. And the grandma comes in and she's like, I got someone I want you to meet. And of course, it's the guy from the Meet Cute
Yes.
who bumped into her. He's a painter, creative, beautiful hands.
And I love this line from Grandma. So she's like, Grandma's like, oh, I brought someone for you to meet. And she's like, Grandma, I'm in a relationship. And she's like, since when is comparison shopping against the law?
Love it.
Love that.
Love Grandma. Grandma's so fun.
I love a grandma who is kind of sassy in a movie.
Yeah. And like looking back with what we know now, she brought Zach because she knew the dreidel would happen and she was hoping that Zach was her soulmate. And like, it's so fun.
And also the box comes into play, which he got from his grandma.
Yeah, and I guess
and I was like, do they grandmas know each other?
I feel like
these two
implication
grandmas have been conspiring to get these two together.
It's very Dune coded, actually. Where Dune, they're like, oh, we got to get these generations together to make this weird baby.
Oh wow, there's gonna be sandworms soon.
There are. Yeah, because she does mention his grandfather, the grandma. Yeah. Interesting.
So anyway, he's there and she's like, oh, he could be your soulmate. If not, it's a 6 months of adventure.
Love it. True.
And then she's like, oh, you dropped this box thing, and gives it to him. And he's like, oh yeah, it's my D&D dice. That's so sick.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah, he's like, I love
I love it.
I love it.
I think it's so fun. And she gets a call from her boyfriend, and it's just music. It's a pocket dial that happens.
Yes.
And they talk about how it's the 36th anniversary, and it's special because 18 is a special number in Judaism, and 36 is double that.
Yes.
And so very like intensely at the party, the father's like, maybe it's the year that Rachel finds her soulmate, which is so fun now, looking back on it.
Because now we know Dad knows.
Everyone's in on it.
They light the 7th candle. We're opening gifts.
Yeah.
And Grandma gives her a gift. It's an antique dreidel that's been in the family.
It brings light into life of those who spin it.
Yes. And then we've got a big dreidel game coming on. And, the cousin is like, yeah, Zach, we got a big dreidel game. You in? And Rachel is like, oh, you don't want to play? Like, they're pretty serious about dreidel. And Zach says, I'm a level 14 wood elf. I can handle dreidel.
And he starts, I think, losing probably.
Yeah, he starts
money.
losing. And then people are teasing Rachel for not playing. And she's like, then our British cousin is like, oh, don't be mean. She's mad about her boyfriend bailing. So she's like,
I'll play.
All right, I'm game. Spins the magical special dreidel, and the curtains catch on fire.
Yes, and the dreidel lights up big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Curtains are on fire. And at first I was like, oh, is this like when you take a magnifying glass and you burn an ant with the sun? I was like, do they catch fire? And then they're like, no, it's the frayed cord on the dreidel lights, which I complained about earlier. And
Wait, you complained about the frayed cord?
they mentioned the frayed cord earlier.
Oh, okay.
When Brex is like, these are old or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And they also mentioned the faulty at lighting earlier.
Yes.
And the family's like, we got to fix this before Tuesday.
Because they have to postpone their closing. And
they're worried about it.
She's like, oh, or just don't sell your house. And they're like, girl.
Get out of here. Next morning,
wakes up, mom's calling her to get donuts.
Morning.
Because it's the 7th night.
And she feels like a little crazy, but is also like, I'm in a weird dream. Or something.
Okay, let's talk time loops. Would you want to do one? Because I would.
Obviously. What?
I want to be stuck in a time loop so bad. It would depend on the day. I think that my ideal time loop would be Palm Springs. Not hers. You've seen the movie Palm Springs?
Yeah, but what do you mean? Like it's a party for one day? Like why is that ideal versus a different? Explain.
Okay, so why am I being bad about his name? Who's the guy?
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg. Okay. Andy Samberg in Palm Springs, I think he is the ideal situation. He's a guest at a wedding.
Okay, yeah.
He has nothing to do that he's gonna like piss anyone off about. He can generally do whatever the fuck he wants and get away with this. With this time loop, if this went on forever, she's waking up every morning. Your parents are expecting you to bring donuts. You're like expected to do all this stuff. Like you're going to deal with that.
Yeah.
Or like Groundhog Day, even though he eventually is just like, fuck it. It's like you're working. You're in this kind of shitty town. Like
you don't want it to be a work day.
Don't want it to be a work day unless it's like I mean, you would eventually just quit going to work.
Yeah, I don't know how long you do that for.
Yeah.
I will say her parents like aren't particularly pissed about stuff not happening.
No, she does kind
she
of
has a very
like
cool family, so she doesn't really. She could let go of that obligation. You know what I mean?
She could.
But yeah, I get it. No obligations.
Yeah.
I think room full of people is fun because you get to almost have like a murder mystery situation. Like, let me get into this person's story this day, and the next day, like, let me get into this person's story, and like try out different things. You know?
Yes, and I love my actions have no consequences.
What a dream!
Would love if my actions had no consequences. I would do a lot of bad things.
What would you do? What would you do?
I mean, I feel like even at the very least, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get like fucked up, eat whatever the hell I want, like just like treat my body like trash, and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning like feeling the same.
Yeah. I think I would like, if I really believed that tomorrow was gonna be the same.
Yes.
I talk so much shit.
Oh, you talk so much shit.
I talk so much shit.
You could talk shit. You could embarrass yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You could
tell people
someone.
how you felt forever. And
yeah.
like, this is that.
See how that goes.
Yeah.
Like, I would be like, this is great. There are no consequences.
It's good. It's good.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
All right. Time loop, big fan.
Time loop is so good. So she's at Goldberg's. Again, same lady behind her, same guy trying to get out of it.
Yes. Also, this is a side thing. It's going to be a bratty thing, but he like calls, and now his line is, he's like, I ordered an oat milk cortado and the barista made it with soy. Is it 2012? Which was funny, but also he was carrying a giant coffee cup, and that is not the size of a cortado. I was like, come on,
but also
guys.
he's a liar.
He is a liar. Maybe he doesn't know what a cortado is. All right, I'll accept it.
Thank you.
It's one of those like minor movie things where sometimes I'm like, we could have just called it a latte.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you didn't need to pick cortado and then not put it in a cortado cup.
I agree. And so she walks by. I don't know if she kind of clocks when she walks by the guy singing the Hanukkah song.
Yeah.
I don't know if she clocks that like, oh, this is what my boyfriend walked by too, and that he's full of shit or not.
That's a good point.
I couldn't tell because I think in the beginning second loop, I'm like, oh, he's full of shit.
Yeah.
Because she was right there and could have just gone and didn't. You know? And I thought she'd clocked it, but I wasn't sure.
I don't know if we ever got the like her hearing that man singing in the background of his phone call.
I thought she did.
Yeah, maybe.
And then she asked the guy, do you know any other songs or just this one?
Yeah. Well, she asked him that. I think that what she was asking was like, do you only sing this song every day? Mm-hmm. Or like, am I living through the same
crazy?
moment?
Yeah.
He's like, sorry, ma'am, no requests. And then she crashes into Zach.
Seems all the extra tape she asked for on the jelly donuts did nothing. And she goes, it's you. Whatever, and then we have the same thing again.
Back with the parents. This time, instead of saying that Adam has an airport cold, she says he's sick with something viral and very contagious. Put that in the group chat.
Put in the group chat. I love her. I love the little bit of sassiness you get when you're like sick of something, even though it's only the second day. Mm-hmm. And
then she's like, I'm gonna put the fire extinguisher in the living room. I hear that's good.
It was very funny. And then she's trying to tell her sister about the same day as yesterday. Sister's like, I get it. I have kids.
She's like, I have a kid. I'm pregnant. The same. Every day is the same.
It's so funny because she could say, yeah, you're not crazy. I went through this with the dreidel. But no.
No, because you can't know.
It ruins the magic.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, girl.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
It's happening.
It means your soulmate's in the room, and there's only one person here who isn't related to you. So the family, kind of the whole same thing, and she's like, am I having the longest deja vu?
Yes.
She says something to Zach about Zach, and Zach says, you're like Nicolas Cage from Next.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
that
don't know
reference.
either, but I assume he predicts things or can read minds.
I assume so.
But then, you know, she's like, I don't know, trying to explain it to him. She's like, you like D&D? Do you like sci-fi? And he's like, no, D&D is fantasy, not sci-fi, girl.
You idiot. And the British lady comes back, and then we see basically a montage of the same day. I feel like the montage made it seem like it's over and over again, but at
I
some
thought
point,
it was so many days, and then we get to like one point
like,
she's talking to Zach, and he's like, "Wow," she's just like spiraling off everything she knows about him to be like, "Can we talk about this time loop?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wow, I guess you were telling the truth. What day is it?" And she's like 3. I keep losing track.
I'm like, how do you lose track
Of 3?
Of 3?
And you're in a time loop, like brand new in the time loop. I'm like, I would be like, okay, this is my 3rd time living this day.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
girl.
She doesn't. Whatever. Grandma, again, something I want you to meet. She's annoyed by it. Yeah, this is the science fiction one, I think. She says this one where she says it's like Palm Springs, Maverick, Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
He's like, are we role playing?
Yeah, and because she's just before the donuts happen or right after it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, role playing." He's like, "That's great. I LARP." So I don't know. She's telling him all this stuff that he told her to tell him to prove to him that
it's real and she's not crazy, and she fixes the stuff on the cable for the dreidel lights so that she's like, there's not going to be a fire, and then there's a different way the whole place catches fire from the faulty lighting we heard earlier.
Happens no matter what.
Yeah, and then Zach's like, oh, I guess I believe you.
Yeah,
and that's when we find out she's only been 3 times or some shit. Another day, jelly donuts.
Same guy. We run into Zach. Now she's telling him all the information that he tells her.
Yeah.
Great.
And he's like, okay, believe you. And he says the main character always has a big change they need in their lives.
Yes.
Like that's kind of the deal with the time loop. It's
There's
a lesson that you have to learn.
something that they need to fix. And she's like, my life is actually perfect. so that's not it.
Nope. They go to pick up Grandma, and Grandma tells them about an art installation happening and tells her about Zach, and Zach's, an artist, whatever. They go back home, same stuff.
Same things. We're in a time loop.
Yes, usual time loop. I read something that doesn't make any sense to me, but... they look through a box. He's like, let's look through your things, your childhood things.
Yes, because Dad keeps trying to be like, oh,
take the boxes,
take this box home. And he's like, there might be a clue.
Clue.
Now they're going through this box, and there's a manuscript for a YA novel that she wrote
2 years ago.
But she has found that it's easier to give notes than get them. She didn't like getting notes, so she didn't continue working on the book and kind of gave up on that.
Yeah. And she's like,
he's like, that maybe that's your thing.
She's like, we need to go to someone more nerdy. So he calls 1-800-NERD, which I guess is the name of the comic. Like, it's a phone number for the comic shop.
But I'm like, that's not a real phone number.
Yeah, I agree.
It could be 800-NERD, but we're in 2023. We need an area code probably.
Yeah. What if 800 is the...
That's not the area.
No, but what if like it's just 800-NERD? No, you can't do the 1. Doesn't make sense. You're right.
But maybe the name of whatever.
The movies, maybe the comic book
Shop
store is 1-800-NERD.
I don't fucking know.
I buy that.
Anyway, so they're there and they're going through books for her to read. These guys are on board. They're like, hell yeah, time loop.
We love time loop. They're so nerdy. They pull out any comics that reference
they have time
comic
loops.
Books.
And then they have this really fun thing where, I don't know, maybe you wrote down the exact line. They ask one of the guys who works there, they're like, how many times did Bill Murray repeat in Groundhog Day?
12,395 repeats for Groundhog's Day. Put together, it's 34 years of days.
Yeah. And he's like, well, many experts believe, or something like that. He's like, many scholars believe.
It's 12,395
That's a crazy
repeats.
amount of times.
That's hell.
That's hell. Well, you might be having fun, though. I don't know. Would you not want time loop for that long?
34 years.
34 years.
Essentially,
yeah, you're never
like a
dying.
whole life.
Yeah.
Like all the time lived, but all one day.
The fact that you can't die is upsetting.
Do you think you kill yourself? You come back
in
still?
Groundhog Day, he tries to kill himself so many times. And in Palm Springs, they have that rule as well.
Wild. I guess, okay, here it would be cool to get to like jump off cliffs and stuff.
Sure.
Sorry. But like,
Yeah.
you're on the edge and you're like, oh, what happened if I jump? You get to do it.
It's one of my favorite scenes in Palm Springs, where Andy Samberg goes and like drives to see the other guy who's stuck in the time loop, and he's like, I don't really want to deal with traffic. Can you just get me home the fast way? And the guy just like kills him so that he wakes up the next day.
That's funny.
I'm like, great.
That's funny. So the guy's like, you got to read the comic books. You got plenty of time. She's like, I don't have time to read all these comic books. And the implication is like, you could have a long
Forever.
time, actually. They say that they have to figure out the inciting incident that caused this. Like maybe it's Hanukkah related.
Yes, she mentions the antique dreidel.
Yeah.
And then this nerd guy comes to the party
With them, Seth,
with
I
them,
think is his name.
Seth, and he meets her cousin.
And they hit it
They're
off really
eventually
well.
hitting it off.
Yeah,
Great.
it's very cute. And
She gets the dreidel from Grandma. She's asking more questions about it, and Grandma's being very elusive.
of course. And then they go outside and decide if they spin it backwards,
Yes.
maybe it'll change stuff.
But the fire still happens.
The fire extinguisher itself caught fire.
Yes.
And
And then they go to a bar.
because Adam pocket dials her again, her boyfriend,
Yeah.
and she doesn't pick it up, and they're like, you're not picking this up, it could be in this. And they listen to
Yeah.
the voicemail, and that's where they find from the voicemail, like, oh, he's at this bar.
Yeah.
So they go to this bar.
And she's like, why did you not come to the party? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm dumping you. Sorry.
Yeah, it basically like breaks up with, well, he's like, can we talk tomorrow? And she's like, no, actually.
Actually, you have to tell me right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I was going to wait till after the holidays because no one wants to be alone for the holidays.
She's like, you left me alone.
Yeah.
During the holiday.
I know that it's shitty, but sometimes you just got to dump someone, you know?
100%. Yeah. And he goes, we're just like a pair of lab mice repelled by each other's pheromones. And I guess maybe that's like what he works in,
Yeah.
but ridiculous.
Crazy thing to
And he's
say.
like, can I call you tomorrow? So
And
he's
now
awful.
she's talking with Zach, and she's talking about how she met him, how she does everything for everyone and not herself.
Yeah.
And he's like, sometimes we fill our days helping other people, but we're actually avoiding our lives. And
Yeah.
she's like, no, I don't do that. And he's like, yeah,
Yeah, sure.
they have the same issues or whatever.
Exactly. And he's like, you should tell Adam how you feel. And so she goes, and at first it goes pretty poorly.
Yeah. And he's like, why don't you try doing a mean face? So she tries hissing.
She does that for a second, and then she does a speech to Adam that she's a catch and he can't handle that. Mm-hmm.
And then she says, for someone who knows so much about attraction, you know it's not attractive? Your feet. Invest in a pedicure.
Ooh,
Got him.
Got him.
Men hate when you criticize their feet.
Hate it. And she goes to her guy, Zach, and he's like, that was great. She's like, I blacked out. It was so scary. Her whole thing is like she's terrified of stuff, you know? And then Zach gives her a lot of nice compliments, and she's like, hey, don't fall in love with the girl in the loop. You can't fall in love with the girl in the time loop.
And she's like,
There's a lot of
he's like, you're Bill Murray and I'm Andy McDowell. And she's like, no, I'm Andy McDowell and Bill Murray, and you're the alarm clock. And he's like, can I be the groundhog? She's like, no, I'm the groundhog.
The groundhog's the main character.
She's like, no, I'm all the good characters.
Yeah. They made it past midnight, which is new.
So he thinks maybe it's going to work. Let's get bagels and coffee tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and he makes a joke like, maybe just made this all up to hang out with me.
Yeah.
You know? And then she's like, I really
he
hope
also
you...
is like, if we have to do this 100 more times, I'm here for it.
She's like, I really hope you wake up and remember me. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't.
He doesn't. We wake up, same day. Nope.
They go to the comic place again. They're reading comics, trying to figure out time loop. They make fun of her by having her dance.
Yeah.
Which is the time
warp
dance.
from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Very silly.
And then they...
The quiet guy says,
Mm-hmm.
if you're caught in a time loop, there's something seriously wrong with your personality.
Yeah, I love that. He's like, well... Which, you know, maybe.
Probably true, but still. And guys, like, maybe it's your fear of feedback.
Yes.
And so they somehow have the manuscript there.
And they have the time to read it all and give her notes on it. This is true. Like, she's not at home celebrating Hanukkah with
but
her
she
family.
needs to come back for the lighting of the candles. That's kind of like the important part of it, you know? But yes, I agree.
And then Zach's over there drawing a picture of her as the heroine in her story.
He wants to be an illustrator.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, is that
This
how
is
you see me?"
It's cute.
And then Seth is like, "She's beautiful, but I'm not attracted to cartoons." Like, what?
No, I'm not weird.
Not fucking weird.
You've never been attracted to cartoons.
Come on, we've all been attracted to a cartoon. Has anyone seen Mulan?
Yes, or the evil woman in Kim Possible.
Oh yeah.
So they go light candles. Zach gave the British cousin the novel because she works at a book place or something.
Yeah.
And our girl's very upset about this. She gets really upset. She's like, this isn't going to get published because this day is going to be repeating forever. And she gets all angry and says that and goes to her room. Dad comes in and she's like, how do you get out of a rut?
Yeah. And she's trying to be like, I'm living the same day over and over again, which we later find out Dad knows about. But he's just like, well, you know, I was actually dragged to that singles mixer
by your Uncle Harvey, who you never see again.
He was like, I got dumped right before Halloween and I'd sworn off love.
And you got to push out of your comfort zone.
Before Halloween, don't you dare.
How dare you.
Spending Halloween single. That's actually a great holiday to be single on, probably.
Agreed. And he's like, you got to get out of your comfort zone. That's the lesson, he says.
Yeah.
Or his lesson, maybe. New morning. New same day?
Yeah, I was confused by this because she goes into her childhood room and this time her cousin's like eating donuts and crying and she's like, my life isn't actually perfect and I actually don't have a British accent.
Yeah.
And we're like, everyone's like, yeah, we know.
I know, but they have to like pretend like,
But I was also confused by this because I was like, time loop rules, like this is someone else making a different decision. Unless she's always doing this and like she's just never come across her.
I think maybe she's just like never been in the room for it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah. And the British woman talks about how she hates her life and
she has more of like a New York Brooklyn accent actually. And they like make up for some reason, whatever.
And she tells Seth that Seth and the British woman end up together in every time loop. And then they're flirting, our two mains. And then she's like, it's the donuts. If the donuts get to the party, that fixes everything.
So they come up with a plan. They're going to drive. And she's like, I'll pick you all up in the morning. It'll be great. And they're like, why would we believe you? Why would we believe a random woman?
Seth knows that he's going to believe her.
Yes, that's like,
But Zach's like, I'm not going to believe you.
And she's like, no, you will. You
believe
always
me,
believe
every
me.
single one. And then
she shows up at his apartment and is like, hey, I'm in a time loop. Come with me. And he's like, no, that's really weird.
What? Why? And she's like, why aren't you hitting on me?
And he's like, are you hitting on me? And she keeps trying to convince him with random information. And he's like, this seems like a stalker.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, but I know about the dice. And so she tells him that. And he's kind of like, okay, I think I believe you now. And then Seth opens up the van. And I'm like, we could have had Seth here. We could have had
this earlier.
Helping.
Yeah, let's not be helpful.
Yeah, but no.
And so they're in the van.
Adam calls to do his usual, I can't make it. I'm sick.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm breaking up with you. We're done. And he's like, what?
Yeah, he can't believe it.
She's like, yeah.
During that time, they also get in line for the thing with the old nosy lady. And it turns out the nosy lady, she has nowhere to go. And she feels sad. So they invite her to.
And then when they get in the van, they go and pick up her grandma. And what would you know? Grandma and Mildred know each other.
Yeah, they're both witches.
And they're both dreidel witches.
Ooh, and she kisses Zach in the van as a thank you.
Yes, he's like,
that's
I
the first time they kiss.
Good team, and they have a first kiss.
It's so cute. And then
she shows up with the donuts.
My God.
And who's in the kitchen? Adam.
The guy she broke up with on the phone, who's going to break up with her every day.
He knew he was going to break up with her anyway, but now that she dumped him first, now he's interested. What a loser.
Such bullshit. He's like, I realize I've been taking you for granted. I'm attracted by how self-assured you are.
Yeah.
Decisive. And then she lets him stay for some reason.
I feel like she might be trying to get him to go, but like not very hard.
No, people need to try harder.
And then Zach's, of course, pissed off about this.
Yeah, and Adam introduces himself as her boyfriend. And I don't know why she's not arguing with him. And Granny like tries to do a tactical thing where she's like, Zach, you get the nebulizer. You, Adam, talk to this other old woman. And she's like, go after him.
Like, get him.
I gotta get him.
Zach's like, what? Am I your time loop boyfriend? Like, this is weird.
Yeah. And he's like, are you just using me to make that guy jealous? Maybe it's a sign that this guy showed up. He's never done this before.
Yeah,
maybe that means
maybe
something.
he's actually who you're supposed to be with.
Yeah, and he points out, like, I get that you think this is a thing. You've been on this epic journey or whatever with us several times, but this is my first time here. Like, I don't really get the thing, you know? Which is true. A little sad, but true.
Her cousin approaches her and has read the manuscript and is like, I'm going to talk to publishers about your book. She finds Adam. She tells him to leave. Old lady's talking to Grandma. Grandma's talking to Zach, and she's like, my granddaughter is a damsel in distress. Save her.
It's what your grandfather would have wanted. And Dad makes another speech about true love. They light the lights. She's cool about the party being at her sister's place next year.
Yeah, and then her grandma gives her the gift of the dreidel again, and then Grandma drops the hint, by watching you tonight, I can tell you've been making good use of it.
And then she's like, what do you say? And she goes, it brings light into the lives of those who spin it. She's saying every
time.
She's like,
what? And she's like, spin the dreidel and find out.
Ooh.
Okay, so she spins it. There's no fire.
No fire.
Zach's still upset he's leaving.
Of course. And yeah, the house ends up she won that spin. And we hear kind of the Maccabee part of the speech and that miracles do happen. That's what Seth tells Zach. Like, don't believe before the miracle. This is going to work out.
She leveled up.
And then we wake up in the morning. Loop broken.
She's in her childhood bedroom.
It's the next day. It's day 8.
Her dad comes in. He's like, come on, you gotta get ready to go somewhere. And then he goes to touch the dreidel.
She's like, don't touch it.
Don't spin it. And he says, it only trips the time loop if you spin it on the 7th night in the presence of soulmates.
We had to pause.
We paused. I was like, ah! There were like a few moments in this movie where I was like, the twist!
It's so good.
Like, this is so fun.
I loved that.
This movie is great.
Good.
It's so good.
And she's like, you know about this? He's like, of course I do. And it's 7 nights. So like the loop would have only been 7 nights no matter what. It's part of the whole deal. And he's like, and after that, you guys connect. And Dad did it with Mom.
Yes. And sister. She's like, what? Really? Yes. And he's like, yep. And she's like, well, it didn't work. He's mad at me. And he's like, you got to go get him. Like, yeah, it's messy, but go find him.
Go do it. And so they're at the art thing at the old people place, and he's the art teacher there. Grandma's like, you're proud of you. You're letting yourself shine. She tries to return the dreidel to Grandma.
She's like, hang on to it.
You protect it.
You protect
she
it.
She knows what's going to protect it.
Because she's a witch.
She's a witch. And
she finds Zach. She gives him a mixtape. He's like, cool, thanks.
Hate you.
Not a fan of her at the moment. And then he's like, I can't trust you. I can't believe you. I need to protect myself.
And she's like, protect?
Oh, your dice protection box.
Your dice protection box.
It's not for your D&D dice.
It's for the dreidel. So she opens it, takes out the dice, puts in the dreidel, closes it, his hands on it, and then...
Oh my God, he remembers everything.
7 days. The whole last week. He remembers a week.
Everything about this movie is so insane.
So
it's
crazy.
Like one of those things where I'm like, yeah, it's completely unbelievable and ridiculous. But I think that's what's great about a time loop movie. You're like, listen,
we know it's crazy.
You make up the rules
Yeah.
for us, Hallmark. You
Absolutely.
tell us what's allowed, and I'm pretty sure this is.
And if you're playing magic, then play magic. And they played magic, and it was great.
Did it. I loved it.
As soon as he goes through that thing, they play the song "Stop the World and Melt with You," maybe.
Yes.
And he remembers everything, and he's like, "We really did all of that." And they kiss.
He's like, it's one heck of an origin story.
All the old people are watching.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're Bill Murray, and I'm Andy McDowell."
She's like, okay, I guess.
And then I assumed it was a year later, but I think you're right. It's the next day.
I think it's the next day.
They're getting more donuts.
Or I think it's that day.
Yes, it must be that day. So they just go out to get donuts.
Yeah, they go and get donuts at Goldberg's, and now they're going to the party to do the 8th day of Hanukkah.
Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. And we really, I mean, listen.
Forever.
They're
I love
forever.
them. They're perfect
this is
for
magic.
each other.
They're soulmates.
I love that he's like game for whatever the whole time.
Yes.
He's like, it's a mystery. There's a clue. Let's go.
Exactly.
Let's get to the
She
bottom
was
of
like,
it. You know?
we're in a time loop. And he was like, fuck yeah, we're in a time loop.
They're encouraging each other's like passions that they
Yes,
have.
he's going to be an artist. She's going to
Be a
write a
writer.
book. We love it.
It's good. I'm all
They're
aboard.
perfect together.
They're
This
perfect
is true
together.
love.
It's true love. There's no better movie.
This is the spirit of Hanukkah brings people together.
It really does. Wow.
Wow, what a great
That was
film.
good.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Great time.
All right.
This has been When Harry Dumps Sally. Here every Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.